Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Ross Cessna, the Oracle at Motion here. Just getting ready to do a little bit of live streaming, waiting for everything to kind of kick off, see if the chat gets populated, see who's coming in. So if you're listening out there and you want to say hello, please do so I know that you're there. I do have a card that I'm going to do as a card of the day right now, real quick. I'm just getting ready to send out some stuff. So if you're tuning in right now and you want to say what's up, please do. Happy to pull a card for you. And if you're tuning in and you just want to like it or ask me how my day is or something, that would be cool too. I'm here for you guys, and I think that that's the important thing to really remember in all of this, is that I'm here to say what's up. So is there anybody out there is the main thing I want to ask. Let me share this to a couple more things real quick, and then we will get into it. I'll share it one more time because nobody's still saying what is up. So I don't know that there's anybody even here. Share it one more place. Boo, boo, boo. Okay. So, anyhow, like I said, I'm Ross Cessna, the Oracle at Motion, and I'm just here doing this reading for you. And the card of the day is, hello, may you have a card, please? Sure, let me do the card of the day, then I'm happy to get you. How does that sound? Is that cool? All right. So it's Page of Cups. Page of Cups is really about synchronicity and this creative force. And if you notice the water there, that's about the emotions. It's about this ability to dive into the emotions and not be consumed by them, but to use them to take you to new destinations and new vistas. So positive for life. You still there? If you are, can you say hello? You sent me a little smiley face. I appreciate you. Hopefully you've subscribed to my channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you click the little mushroom icon in the bottom right corner, that'll give you a subscription. Oh, you actually got Page of Bows, which is incredibly similar to this in some ways. Page of Bows would be Page of Wands in traditional tarot. It's about enthusiasm and discovery, and it really is about this ability to explore new horizons and explore new things, and also to have this, if you notice there's a waterfall down there, there's this sense of this overflowing of emotions in a positive way, this free flowing of emotions, which you can use that energy to help you accomplish all of these new discoveries that you want to take. Like, I have a feeling that you're in a very energetic space in your life, and if you're not, you're going to be transitioning there very soon. How does that sound for you? Positive for life? Can you hear me? Positive for life disappeared. We've lost them. Oh no. Well, we'll see if they come back. Anyhow, moving on to the next general card as we are sitting here waiting for people to show up. We have Six of Bows. In this deck, it is called Abundance. That sounds good? That's awesome. There's a bit of a delay sometimes, so Six of Bows, that's about abundance. That's Six of Wands in traditional tarot. And it's about having self-confidence and making the progress, taking the steps that you need to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. And as you notice, there's all of these wands pointing towards this one fire. When we begin to channel our energy and all of our ideas towards one definite chief aim, as Napoleon Hill calls it. Oh, you're so welcome, Positive for Life. Hopefully you've subscribed, and if you really like it, share my channel with other people. Hey, what's up, Nancy Weir Hall? How are you doing? So Nancy, since you're on Facebook, if you're capable of sharing this with a couple different groups or with your friends or just liking the video, I'd appreciate that. And I'm happy to draw a card for you. Do you have any particular questions that you need answered, or do you just want a card in general, Nancy? Hmm. Hey, what's up, Nicole? I'm good, Nancy. Thanks for asking. Yeah, guys, there's a bit of a delay on the video, so please bear with me with everything. Um, so the way that this works, what's up? How you doing, Asme? I hope I said that correct. So I got to give Nancy a card first. Hopefully Nancy shared this. Wants a general one. Hold on, Asme. There's a couple people in front of you. The general one for you, Nancy, is Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, in this deck it says morning, which I don't think is actually fitting. In traditional tarot, the Seven of Cups is all about illusion and not falling for the illusion. So in some way this could be you're mourning this situation and really trying to navigate through it. Yeah, anybody can ask a question. I just have to go in order. So Seven of Cups, like I said, is about seeing through the illusion and kind of mourning the fact that maybe something that was valuable to you isn't as much as you wanted it to be. I hope that that makes sense. And I'm going to move on to Nicole now. Nicole, you have gotten the 3, or the Empress. In this deck, it's called the Green Woman. That really is about femininity and fertility. It's about tapping into this natural abundance. It's about, how do I want to put this? Really harnessing your personal power in a meaningful way and nurturing yourself as you make this transition and as you grow forward. I hope that this makes sense to you, Nicole. But the main thing is be kind to yourself in the coming days and weeks and really fill your cup up, because you're going to be making a big shift in everything. Now, Asme, you had asked about a twin flame. Are they your twin flame? Cards are saying no for that. General reason why is if you really look at the situation, it hasn't been as healthy or as happy as you might have wanted it to be. Then you have Six of Stones. That's Six of Pentacles. In this deck, it's about exploitation. They're probably using you in some way that isn't very helpful for you. And then you have Nine of Arrows, or Nine of Swords in traditional tarot. And that's about anxiety, depression, and despair. So what that really means is they're making you feel uncomfortable and unhealthy. And they're probably not the right person for you. Now to my person from Twitch, are you still there? ND Sleuth. Sorry, I have to like squint to read that. ND Sleuth, and then we'll go to Ellie. Okay, ND, I'm just going to assume that you're there, and I'm going to answer your question this way. And then I'll get you searching too after I get Ellie and these other people. Okay, ND, what's your question real quick? Is Joshua your soulmate? Cards are saying yes for that in a big way. So you have Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is one of the most positive cards in all of tarot. And transition to the Ancestor. This is Hierophant in traditional tarot. This is really saying that this is kind of breaking somewhat of tradition. Maybe they're breaking a pattern, somebody different than you would seek normally, or there's some different aspect. And the main thing about that, when the Hierophant comes up in reverse, is follow your heart and see where that takes you. And that's the big thing. Then you have Ace of Arrows. Ace of Arrows is really Ace of Swords in traditional tarot. That's all about power, victory, and clarity. And because swords are relative to the mind, if you keep your mind in the right place with this, you can really create the ideal relationship. It's really just about how you perceive the situation and how honest you are with yourself about it and how much you communicate with them. And I hope that is helpful for you. Okay, now we're moving on to Ellie, and then we're going for searching. Ellie, you still there? And for my people that are on YouTube or on Twitch, if you could subscribe and all of that good stuff. I would appreciate it. And if you're on Facebook, like my page, like the video, and share it. Just waiting to hear back from Ellie real quick. I'm just going to give you a general one, Ellie, so I can get to searching. Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, let your friends know too if you could. Okay, Ellie. So what's your question, or just general? Oh, thanks so much, Andy. I appreciate you. And if anybody wants to do me a big solid, there is a tip thing in the description below. And if you tip, it will change that little ticker up there. And you'll actually see your contribution to my goal in real time. Not necessary, but greatly appreciated. Okay, Ellie, since you're not getting back to me, I'm just going to, I'm going to do the CEO question. Oh, will things change? So it's interesting. All of the cards came up in the no position, but I'm going to say that this is absolutely wrong because things always change. And one of the big things that comes up is the death card in reverse, and that's the main one that we're going to focus on here. So death is really about change and transformation and things shifting, but because it's in the reverse, to me it's this clinging on long after things have needed to change. So part of change is based upon us taking different actions and making different choices. So if you're stuck in a rut and things seem really stagnant, what's up, Francis? But if you're stuck in a rut and things seem really stagnant, it's time for you to make different choices and do something different. Yeah, searching. These aren't for you. I'm doing Ellie because she answered. Yeah, I'm gonna get to you, searching. Yours was about your CEO. I was just finishing up with them since they answered. I got you. So CEO change. Let me make sure that was your question because it's been so long now since I saw the question. Will CEO be changed at your job? Cards are coming up in the no position for that as well, actually. So you have 10 of bows or 10 of wands in traditional tarot in the reverse. That would be burden or responsibility. And the way that this is coming up, to me, I would take it as maybe the situation will change where they won't be so difficult, but the situation overall is going to stay the same. Then you have the Ace of Wands or Ace of Bows, and it shows that there's kind of this lack of inspiration or creativity because of the CEO, or they lack the inspiration or creativity to put new people in place. You're very welcome, Ellie. And then finally you come to the Page of Arrows or Page of Swords, and this is just someone who's lost their enthusiasm and energy. So they're really kind of a soul-sucking person to work for, but they're also going to be continuing on in that position. So searching, I would say that if you're not happy with them, you might want to look for something else, or just try to change your perception of the situation. That resonates with you? Grateful to hear that, searching. Yeah, if you could definitely subscribe to my channel and leave a comment, I'd appreciate it. And since you're on YouTube, there'll be a little logo in the bottom right corner. If you click that, subscribe should pop up for you. Super, super simple. And if anybody wants to leave me a donation again, boom, you can have it go up there. He is not happy, you're not happy. And that's the thing. We spend so much of our time at work. If we're not happy with the people that we're working with and they're not happy with us, it ultimately is better to move on, especially if they're a boss, because there's not really much that we can do to actually change any of their response to us, but we can change our circumstances. We can also try to change how we feel. We can also try to change how we feel, but if we do that too much, we tend to dilute ourselves and completely lose who we are. So it's better to not do that whatsoever, at least in the work capacity. Oh, excuse me. I'm drinking this carbonated flavored water, and it's making me a little bit burpy. So, Francis, are you there? So here's the thing, Asme. Sometimes the cards come up just to get you to think about stuff, and your perception of the situation could be correct. I never claim 100% accuracy because I think anybody that does is full of shit, pardon my language. But I would say this, keep an open mind to things potentially changing, but also honor your intuition and then see what happens. Boom. Yeah, doesn't sound like a good situation at all. So, Francis, did you want a card? Do you just want a general one, or do you want... You're mean. I don't think you're mean. But then again, you're just sending me text messages, so who knows, you could be. Yeah, Francis, ask your question, or if you're just saying what's up, that's cool too. Sorry for clipping on the audio there. Okay, well, if nobody's really chatting, I'm going to be on here for a couple more minutes, but then I do have to get going. I'm going to shuffle these again just in case Francis comes on and wants a card, or... That's a bad thing, like I can't do that fancy shuffle that tarot card readers online do where it doesn't make any noise. I do like the old school bridge. Is JD the one for you? Alright, let's see what comes up. So, cards would indicate yes, but the one thing overall that is important is it might be difficult to really make it work. So you have 8 of arrows or 8 of swords, and the 8 of arrows aspect or 8 of swords really is about isolation and imprisonment. So it's being stuck on this idea, having this fixed state of mind, and really not wanting to let go of it. But the positive aspects, and I think that this is important, you have 2 10s. So 10s are, they have the energy of 1, the magician, and of 0, the fool. So it's about if you're able to keep an open mind and really create change within yourself and potentially create change, and then things can get better for you. But I would also add this, it's going to take their ability to actually want to work on stuff and for them to probably get some relationship counseling and heal some issues. Because here's the one thing. If you want home, there needs to be instruction, otherwise it's going to be a struggle. Like, that's the way that the cards line up. And I hope that that's helpful to you. The other thing that I would say, and this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll do one more card for Ellie, is this. So in this deck it says instructions. Typically, 10 of Swords is, which is what this card is in traditional tarot, is about defeat, loss, or crisis. And it really, really is this incredibly uncomfortable situation that causes this great change. So I think that that's something to really consider too. That, okay, awesome. Yeah, you're very welcome. Yeah, if you want it to work long term, it's probably going to get worse before it gets better, but it says there is a potential. But I would also say this, are they the one for you can also mean, what's the way that I want to put this? They can be the one for you who's going to make you help make the changes that you need to actually find the person who's healthy and good for you. So I'm going to do a card for Ellie. And if you guys could share this a couple other places, maybe I would appreciate it, to some other groups that might appreciate me. do one last card and then I'm out of here. So I gotta go check on my dogs. My dog's at my mom's. I gotta let her dog out. So Ellie, general card for you. You have the Queen of Bows or Queen of Wands. It's about exuberance and vibrancy. To me, this is really about learning how to embody some of your finer aspects and getting more comfortable and confident in being yourself. One of the things is, if you notice the moon in the background, the moon is all about, what's the word I'm looking for here? Cycles on one hand, subconscious on the other hand, and then also shadow work on the other. So the way that I would put this to you, Ellie, is if you want to embody more exuberance and vibrancy, you have to heal some of your shadow, and you have to learn how to channel some of the energy that you waste, making yourself feel uncomfortable about some of the things that you like or some of your interests or some of your behavior. You have to learn to channel that energy towards creating what you actually want in life and what makes you feel good, and not what other people told you makes you feel good, but what makes you feel good on an individual level. I hope that helps, Ellie. So I'm going to leave space for one more person, just in case. Is there anybody else who is out there who is interested in getting a reading? Anybody? You're welcome, Melly. Yeah, thank you. Like I said, if anybody can drop a donation, the link's down below. Even if it's just a couple bucks, it really helps me out because this is what I do full time. What's up, Sharky? How are you doing? You're going to be my last person I read for before I hop off, Sharky. So shoot your shot. That's good, that's good. Do you have any specific question, or do you just want a general answer? Who's coming towards you? So, who's coming towards you? Let's see here. General thing that I would say is somebody who hasn't really processed a lot of their emotions, because you have Knight of Cups in reverse, and they're not going to be that romantic or charming, but in some sense it's going to be this reunion or connection. So it's somebody who probably isn't the slickest character, but who actually makes you feel excited and happy. And if somebody fits the bill of like an ex-lover who was like that, I would say they might be resurfacing, because there's this whole eel energy of this person slithering back up. Abyssinian. What's up, Abyssinian? So I hope that's helpful, Sharky. If you have more questions, ask me. I'm going to pull one card for Abyssinian real quick. That's the way that I would take it, because it says reunion. So the other way that you could take reunion in general would be this. It would be soulmate or twin flame type reunion, or it can be somebody who has similar energy to a previous relationship that you were in. So think of the potential candidates right now and kind of see who might have energy similar to people that you liked, where you might have learned some of the lessons to make it work, where their personality might excite you. Yeah, you can ask a question, Abyssinian. And one of the things, too, for my YouTube people, if you can subscribe to this channel and like it, I'd really, really appreciate it, because there's a link down, or a picture down, and I get so switched up. Down in the corner, in the right corner, there's a mushroom. If you click the mushroom, you can subscribe. Yeah, can you tell me about the personality so you can maybe tell who that is, please? The general thing that I would say about their personality is this. You have Ace of Wands. So they're going to have a fiery, creative personality. They're going to be inspiring and really be creatively driven. The thing is, Knight of Vessels or Knight of Cups in reverse, they won't be that romantic or charming, and they're not really going to be very forthcoming with their emotions or telling you how they feel in a real way. So creative, inspirational, not good at actually saying how they truly feel. But then you go to Six of Cups. There's also this sense of, what's the word I'm looking for? An innocence to their personality. They're also going to make you remind you of somebody else on your path, and I hope that that's helpful. Well, here's the thing: the romantic and charming is in the reverse, so they're not that. But I think you picked up on that. Abyssinian, what's your question? Shoot your shot. You're the last person I'm reading for. How does Joseph feel about you? We'll do 3 cards for that real quick. So you have King of Pentacles in the reverse. King of Pentacles is normally about discipline and being controlled, having self-control. Oh, you're welcome, Sharky. Take it easy. It's about having self-control and discipline, but the reverse aspect of it makes them feel like you don't have a lot of self-control or discipline, like you're a little bit... Let me move these out of the way so you can see more clearly. Like they feel like you're kind of a little bit all over the place, and I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just what the cards are saying. But one of the positive things is Wheel of Fortune comes up, and to me that's saying they feel that there's some kind of karmic connection or like destiny pulling you together, or there is this sense of fortune and getting to know you and meeting you. They definitely feel that there's something good coming from it. But one of the things that I think is important is, again, you have the King of Arrows in the upside down position, and that's King of Swords, and that would be clear thinking and intellectual, but the reverse aspect of that is kind of lacking clarity and maybe not making the smartest choices. So they kind of feel that as well. And normally what I would say with this card is this is somebody who is skirting over their emotions and not really getting bogged down by it. Because it's in the reversal, they think that sometimes you're a little bit too emotional and it impacts your ability to make healthy choices for yourself. But I would say in general, they feel good about you, but there's some concerns that they have. Does that make sense? And I'm sorry for the honest reading, but I tend to not sugarcoat stuff because I don't think it helps anybody. Are you still there, Abyssinian, or did I pee in your meaties? All right, yeah, I hope that was helpful to you. Do you have any other further follow-up questions before I hop off of here? Yeah, my general purpose with doing tarot readings for people is to give them practical information where they can make wise decisions based upon it that actually positively allow them to create their future rather than fortune telling. I do this in a more traditional sense than a lot of the readers you'll find now. And for me, I'm not really concerned about... I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but I also don't want to sugarcoat stuff because it doesn't help anybody. Can you join blah? I'm going to do blah real quick. I'm going to pull one card for blah, Abyssinian. You'll have to catch me next time I'm on for the person secretly watching you question. I'll be back on tomorrow. That's your follow-up question? Unfortunately, everybody, I'm going to be hopping off after blah. If you guys want, you can subscribe to me. I will be back on. I'm going to be doing this daily. And if you guys want to leave donations, that stuff's down below. Donation would definitely help me answer anybody who's on the tail end of everything. But for blah, you have Four of Stones or Four of Pentacles in traditional tarot. This is about stability and protection. General concept. Hey, what's up, Stephanie? I'm just getting ready to hop off of here, unfortunately. If you want to like my channel, though, or my page, blah, just advice for your current work situation. So it's the Four of Pentacles, and it really just says stability and security, which to me would mean create that. Keep yourself centered, stay on point, and kind of nestle down. And I hope that makes sense and that that's helpful. But overall, you're protected and everything would be cool. But yeah, Stephanie, if you want a card, if you want to drop a donation, the link's below and I can get you. Or if you want to like my page, I'll be back on tomorrow. Or if you share this into another Facebook page, I'll do a card for you real quick, Stephanie. I'll wait for your response. Thanks, Blah. Yeah, hopefully you subscribe too. And Tatiana, if you want to subscribe, it'll definitely help me get to you tomorrow. Because everybody keeps coming in right when I'm about to hop off. I'll do one last question, so whoever gets their question up next, I'm answering, then I'm out. All right, everybody. Well, I'm out of here then. Y'all have a blessed evening and stay out of trouble. Peace.